Not sure if you're there yet. Hey everybody, I see I am live now. Wanted to go ahead and take a look at things as we now have a lot going on. In fact, the parish is turning red there. That is a tornado watch, so I'm just kind of getting that information in. I saw they were thinking about issuing it, and this includes, like we were thinking, southern parishes are the most likely to see the severe weather, or the tornado threat, I should say, because we have another threat we're talking about right now, and that is hail that is, I think, falling again at the house. Just had pea-sized hail. I posted that picture. But the tornado watch includes St. Landry, Evangeline, Allen, and Beauregard Parish. That tornado watch is in effect until 9 p.m. Okay, so we have that going on. There are no active tornado warnings at this point, but we have severe thunderstorm warnings. One of those is right over top of us here in Alexandria. So let's take a look and see what we have. We have two warnings, one there in Allen Parish and the other one in Rapides, and Allen and Evangeline, and then the other in Rapides. And I'm just taking a look out here because I have the windows open and I want to see what's going on here. So there's the traffic circle right there south of where it says Kent. You can see these darker areas. That is where we have the hail potential is going to be at its greatest. And this storm kind of blew up right overhead. It was already pretty solid, but you can see here in those last few frames, we definitely saw some stronger pinks coming in there, those more intense cores. And this stretches all the way down toward Woodworth. I think your highest threat for hail right now is going to be crossing into Pineville. In fact, everything just kind of slowed up here at the house. Up toward Kingsville, and if you're anywhere from Main Street, Military Highway, and Pineville up through Kingsville, and then headed up toward Paradise and Ball, and then eventually to the northeast from there, that's where this hail threat is going. And yeah, let's go ahead and get those comments flowing because I want to know what you're seeing. Let's check it out here. We had hail in Heightston. Yeah, please do post those. And you might be doing it in the little hail thread that I started with the picture that I had of that little hailstone that Lily ran out and grabbed. But that is warning number one for Rapides. This is going to include all of the Alexandria Pineville area. And then we have our second warning down here. This is, again, why we don't want you on 165 right now. Oakdale down through Oberlin, another solid storm there. And this one, actually, when I looked at the velocity, there's a little bit of a surge here southeast of Oberlin. There's some noise going on up here, but I don't think that's anything. But we are starting to see that warmer air work to the north, so the tornado threat is going to increase over the next couple of hours. I don't think this is something that's on the ground or anything right now. What we're seeing there, in fact, I think is just going to be some inflow stuff, perhaps some hail in this storm here, but I am going to put that into motion. Yeah, that does not look like that is going to be debris or anything, but it looks like it is perhaps going to be the hail that we are seeing out of this storm. Now, that storm looks like it is starting to curve a little bit more out toward the east, so the hope would be that we kind of get off this deal here where these are training right up 165, and this would move on a little bit further to the east. That limits the flooding potential, but you can see new storms trying to develop out west, but nothing like what we're seeing overhead right now. There's still that flood warning down around Calcasieu Parish, and let me take the Lake Charles radar view here so we can look further south. That'll give us a further view into the Gulf of Mexico. And yeah, we're not seeing anything that's going to be coming up through our area right now in that. And again, I'm just going to keep looking over every time it goes and bursts like that. And like I said earlier, you can go and look at the live camera view on the YouTube feed. I have that up in one of the posts here, and you can take a look at those camera feeds and see what's going on outside if you don't want to walk outside. Whoops, hit the Lake Charles one. Yeah, so biggest hail threat is going to be right up over Kingsville, pushing into Paradise and Tioga. I think the warning was for up to quarter-size hail, and I don't see an indication that we see anything a lot larger than that. So yeah, this is a significant storm. Good bit of lightning with it. It's been a loud storm as well, and I want to take one peek here to see that the the hail swath. And yeah, it really did pick up over Alexandria. You can see right as it was moving into town, we started to get some of those darker purples there. And my phone started lighting up with people saying, hey, it's hailing at my house. And yeah, I mean, a lot of us saw this here across Alexandria. Now that's moving up into Pineville, Kingsville, that area, up around Walmart. You're probably going to see that threat for some hail, some pea-sized to perhaps up to quarter-sized hail. And that warning has just been trimmed now. This is going to be pretty much northern part of Alexandria into the rest of the northeastern quarter of Rapides Parish. So let's take a look at this, see what we have here. Oh, thanks, Lily. What a sweetheart. You sent me 99 cents of my own money. Let's see. Hail and Enterprise dime size. Let's see. Hi, Dad. How you doing? Hail at my house. Thanks, Lily. Oh, my goodness. All right. Hail at Despino Tire. All right. Okay, so plenty of hail out there with this storm. You can see another storm down to the south. And again, lining up right along 165, almost all the way down to Lake Charles. And then new storms forming out to the southwest. Out here in Texas, this area out near Houston is where I think we're going to see some severe storms pop up. And that's where that warmer air has come in. There is absolutely incredible wind shear with this system, and when we start to see storms forming down in that warm sector, I do worry that we're going to see some tornado threat here in our southern parishes, especially. That's where the warmth and instability is, and that's where it's going to be in the next couple of hours. Right now, that has not made it up this far to the north, but let's see. In the analysis here, I always am trying to figure this stuff out as I go, so let me just check something out here and see if I can't. Yeah, high-res dew points. Okay. So this is going to show us where that warm front is. And dew points right now, mid-50s up here, getting up 50 degrees up north. These are the dew points here. 48 up near Dallas. So that's where we don't have the real deep moisture, but you get down here into, let's say, what is that? Woodville, Texas, 62. Down into Beauregard Parish, 58. Southwestern Beauregard Parish, 61. We get down even further toward Houston, dew points at 70. Beaumont, 65. Cameron Parish, 62. So this is where all that moisture is. This is surging up. And let me see if this product loops. It actually does. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let me take out a longer loop of this, and we will take a look at the last, let's just say the last couple of hours if I have that long. And yeah, you can see those greens really surging in. Then the color changes because we get that tornado watch in there. But yeah, that moisture is sneaking up. And right now, that would put the warm front probably, if I can telestrate this, that's going to be along a line about like that. South of that line is where that severe threat really increases. And north of this is where we are still fairly stable at the surface. Now, aloft, obviously, there's a lot of instability because we have big storms going on and we have hail falling in the area. But down south where we have this moisture in place, that surface moisture, that is where we are going to see the potential for severe weather to increase. So high-res dew points really telling the story. I know the colors look a little weird because we have the tornado watch in there as well, but let me just go ahead and query this and see what we have. Temperatures around Houston, 73. Lake Charles, why am I showing Houston? Because that's what's coming. 62 degrees in Lake Charles. Jasper, about 60. Up here, 56. So again, you have that front that's draped probably roughly right about in this region. And to the south of that is where we have a lot of instability. This is moving this way. It's going to stop. Let me clear this out so it doesn't get too crazy. It's going to stop most likely about here. So that's that whole Leesville to Alexandria to Natchez, Mississippi line. South of this line, that's where we could see that threat for storms that could become severe and could produce tornadoes. Up north up here, you're not going to get into this. You're going to see the threat for some hail, but you're not going to get that surface-based instability. So let's take another look at radar. Let's see. Let me zoom in. And please, I know I can't read it all. Just let me know if yeah, you have hail and ball. This is what I'm looking for. This is the kind of stuff that I love this for, because I can see your comments and I can say, okay, it's hailing and ball. You know, I can see where we have the issues right now. You have a power outage there. Where are you at? If you could let us know where the power's out. Always good to have any information we can get. And it looks like this storm here again, very stout storm moving into Evangeline out of Allen Parish, but we're seeing some more rain and thunderstorm activity filling in here in southwestern Rapides Parish, and then more is going to fill in back here as well. So we're going to see some overachieving rain totals, I think, for today, and we are going to see some very, I mean, we could see isolated areas above 3 inches, as I was saying. I think down here further to the southeast, we could be over 5 inches in some spots. So lots of rain is going to fall. We have that hail threat. We've already seen the hail. What I saw at my house was not damaging, but I did see a friend sent me a picture. Let me see if I can see how big this, let's see. Big hail just lasted for a few seconds. It's really tough to see, but it looks like that would probably be roughly quarter sized, and that's just like a mile north of where I'm at here on Versailles, so roughly where I'm at right now. Let me see. Power out on the Poland and Highway 1 South area. Okay. Heavy rain in Labousse, Evangeline. All right, guys. Keep the updates coming. Those are they're very good to have. It's great for the National Weather Service to come in and see, you know, the warning was issued here and we had hail here, and that actually verified and helps us learn, helps us do a better job. And right now we have 2 warnings in effect, and this includes Ball, DeVille, Tioga. That storm is moving out of Rapides Parish into southern LaSalle, southeastern Grant. We have another storm here over southwestern Rapides that is non-severe, and then this one here moving from Allen into Evangeline. This one is severe. This is going to impact Pine Prairie, Turkey Creek. You are next. It looks like Cypress Creek, Beaver, Oakdale, and down toward Bond. That is where the heaviest rain is going to be. There could be some hail in here. I want to take one peek at the velocity just to make sure nothing is misbehaving. It doesn't look too crazy, and I think they're just north of that front. So it's not impossible that they would see something going on there, something potentially, you know, we could see a tornado form near or just north of that front, but I'm not seeing a strong signal of anything happening right there with that. So those are your active warnings right now. I still have the warnings just updating in that base text form, and I'm trying my best to figure out the template to get that to where you can actually see the warning, and see the radar and all that good stuff. Hopefully by the next event that comes Thursday night and Friday, we will have that going. But for now, those warnings are going to pop up. You're able to look on the app, the website, all this stuff that we have available for you. And then I'm going to pop on like this every time things get weird and, you know, I see hail or something. I've got my camera streaming live for Alexandria and Gina. We are kind of in between storms there, but this warned one here, that's going to move right up over Gina, so that camera is going to get rocking here in a little bit, and the camera here in Alexandria gets a little break. So I'm going to step away for a bit. I will come back on a little later on, especially if we have any tornado warnings down south, but for now, we do have that tornado watch in place, and we have a lot of storms in the area producing heavy rainfall and perhaps some hail, as we've already been seeing. This could be up to quarter size, so go ahead and garage the cars if it's safe, and if not, I don't know. Find somebody who can fix the dents, I guess. I need a dent fixing